naturalistic, so that only your religion is the true one. There's inclusivism, so that, like, for example, Nostra Aetate is a very good example, in my opinion, for inclusivism, that an exclusivistic inclusivism, that means, of course, every religion should say to some extent, we are right, yes, and this is the real way how to do it, but still you are doing very, very well also. And then there is pluralism, like Buddhism is, to my knowledge, a very pluralistic religion. They would accept essentially any other way. First question is there an official position on this matter? And then related to that is, what about mission? Like, is it, I think, as far as I understand the Quran, the Prophet tells you to go out and spread his news and make the world Islamic. We also have this mission statement by Jesus, that we should preach the good news to all the people. And so what's the...
Very good questions. With respect to the first question, our understanding is that, first of all, there is some truth in every religion. Actually, I believe you don't find anything which is absolutely false. My study of philosophy and religions tell me that you cannot find absolute falsehood. Otherwise, no one goes after it. It's always truth and falsehood. But when it comes to Abrahamic religions, truth is much more than falsehood. So even if we may not agree on something, even if there might be different readings, different interpretations, but the common truth, which is to believe in one God and His qualities, our relation with Him, our responsibility, moral virtues, believe in the reward and punishment. So the core of the truth is there. Therefore, if a person truly believes that Christianity is what God wants from him, okay, it's not that he says, I don't want to study any other religion, I am happy with what I have been brought up with. No, he's really searching for the truth, and he thinks that Christianity is the best way to get close to God. Or someone said Judaism is, they can have salvation. One of our great contemporary scholars, Ayatollah Mutahari, who is very well known and respected in the whole Shia world, he says, I believe majority of priests and monks go to heaven because they really think this is what God wants from them. So we cannot judge here who has done his best in the research or not, but it's possible. But at the same time, we don't say to people, Islam, Christianity, and Judaism are equal. So we say, you should do your best. We don't say, what is the best, but everyone has to do research and find what is the best. So when it comes to salvation, there is inclusiveness in the sense that I said. But when it comes to the truth, we don't say it's equal. But what is important is, in Christianity, there is that much of truth that you can, through that, get to heaven. So this is about the first question. About the second question, I think both Muslims and Christians have this idea that, as a matter of your love for the truth that you have been given, and also love for the people that have not been given this truth, yes, you feel responsible to share the news with other people. So I think here we are the same. But how to do this? Unfortunately, some people, they think that they are, to do it in a kind of very, explicit way, somehow even by imposing on people. But God says to the prophet in the Quran that it's not up to you to guide people. You cannot guide people. You can only share with them. It's up to God and them. It's not up to even prophet. So even prophet cannot, guide people. And I always say to people, when you share the news, it's not only a matter of conversion. Unfortunately, some people, maybe you have the same experience. For example, if you go to Africa for missionary or whatever, maybe when you come back, people ask you how many people you have converted to Christianity. Maybe you have this question. Some people, ask, for example, how many people you have converted? And I say, this is not my job. My job is first to live Islam as much as I can, so that I am honest in my, being Muslim. And if anyone is interested, I tell him about Islam. That's my job. Maybe that person accepts, doesn't. Maybe he remains faithful. I actually never try to convert anyone. Yes. So we have just to be a good example of our faith. Just recently, I was in Winnipeg, and I was speaking at the Canadian Mennonite University, end of March. So a Christian friend, stood up in the audience. I didn't know him. He said, we both believe in conversion. You have come here to convert us, and we love to convert you. I said, no. I said, even because when he was asking question, I checked my heart. And then I said, I say this with checking my heart. I never tried to convert anyone. I always tried to share what I have if they like. I don't go, impose myself on people, and I don't want to convert them. I just want to share. I personally believe, actually, conversion is sometimes even not maybe good for Islam, for Christians, if we too much emphasize on conversion. We had an exchange program with some Christians, and Ayatollah Mesbah, that my friends here know him, he is very established, and people think that he's ultra-conservative. But I heard from our Christian friends that Ayatollah Mesbah told them, because they were supposed to stay in Qom for 2-3 years. Schellenbergers, I don't know if you know the Mennonites. So Ayatollah Mesbah told them, if you are going to convert, you must not be here. We don't want you to convert. We want you to be here as Christians. If you want to convert, you must not be here. Go back, whatever you want to do. So it was very interesting for me, because he's a very established scholar and known as someone who is very conservative. And people may think, Ayatollah Mesbah must love to convert, people to come. But this was not his idea.